Okay. Can I start? Let's see. Okay. Welcome from my side. I'm Davide Montesil from CatSolve, a company here in Neutech Park. Greetings even from Chris Meyer. Unfortunately, today cannot attend the talk, and so I will speak for both. What will we see today together? Also, we see the tool we are developing for the Open Data Hub that can monitor the quality and report information about it, and even other future improvements based on AI and artificial intelligence. Yes, I think the importance of the quality of Open Data Hub is clear. If we want increase, improve this in the ecosystem, we need to define even quality that help us to take some action to better improve it. We see data quality from 2 points of view. So Open Data Hub has data consumer and data provider. And so the advantage for data provider, for data consumer, can be that they, looking at the statistic, can have more information about the data, so understanding which attribute exist, how many, the range of the values, if there are null values or not to handle, so optional values, and so on. Another point of view is data provider. So I think it is a very good idea to put data in the Open Data Hub, and you can have many benefits. So you have an ecosystem in which you can share data, you can understand your weakness or how to improve, and even now check for the quality. Some information about the data in the Open Data Hub. Also, we can see there are many data sets. Is always increasing the number of data sets. Is a good, one of good things. And another thing that we should consider that new data set will come, and so it will be nice if this data quality check can adapt to new data set, maybe with basis rules. And yes, and automate it to have historical data about the quality. Now I can say quickly the data set are mainly split in 2 categories. Let's say tourism and mobility, let's say data that has data collected from sensor, for example, or simple data written by human to be published. We are developing these tools. We have already a prototype, and we can, also we will provide it, and there is the possibility, the next improvement are to make more customizable, so the rule can be written in private dashboard, for example, from the data provider itself. So let's see some examples. So we list all the data set, we list the number of records we have checked, and the number of records that pass the checks. So for example, in this case, we see that all the record has passed the check. If not, the second number is lower, and even the color change, so you can have a quick insight about the quality inside the data set. Then if you want to go further, you can even see of one data set more details. So the category, the tests are split in categories, so you can see for each category the quality, and for each category which test was performed. And so you can have this kind of information. Another thing that is important for improving is even see trends. So if we see the quality, if we monitor it, is nice even to understand if action we do will bring some result. And so we provide even a chart with historical information, how, for example, this check or this quality is changing over time. To help to improve quality, after showing categories, we can even point you, if you choose, for example, some test, point you exactly which data has problem. So in many cases, data is a lot of records, and so we can point you and say, for example, problem with range of temperature is in these records. And so you can point exactly to the problem. As said before, it's even possible to customize tests, and so using private dashboard, you can yourself even write condition expression that should be checked for quality. Now some insight about the results of this quality check. First, I would say a warning, because Open Data Hub has even some data or parts of the data that is not open. So if you see missing data, first ask maybe, have all the authorization or all the right to see all the data, because for example, some are missing. So this is important to not misunderstand. No? So missing data maybe depends on if you have authorized or not. And we will see even later, sometimes there are human error in data entry that we can detect, or if we speak about mobility or other data set, simply in this case are sensor that are not sending data anymore, or the battery is low, and so on. And so it's important to detect this quickly. Okay. Okay, data quality, in our opinion, should be used carefully, not try to do all the fixes in 1 week. So it's a process that should be taken into account. But now see what can be the next steps. So what kind of checks can we do more using, for example, artificial intelligence? And now we can see, for example, some example. These are accommodation, and we have take some text and images of the open source version. And as you see here, for example, sometimes they are missing some description, or so even if you use a dictionary, it's not easy to understand if it's right, because, for example, food in this case has misspelled. It's not food, no, but food. No, so is a right word in English, but not in direct translation of the others. And so this cannot be detected with, let's say, with regular test. Maybe this kind, yes, because it's too short, for example, but other not. And so what we have to do, we have to take the accommodation, and we have scanned all the translation of all the descriptions using Mistral AI, is Apache 2 license, this model. And as you see, here is the distribution. So 0 is bad, and 10 is good. And so, as you see, fortunately, we have a lot of data that is correct. There are some exceptions that are not so perfect. And so if you like to, for example, to improve this data, you can try and define a point on which you say, okay, for example, let's try to fix all the data that has more than 1, for example, the worst one. Okay, so we can, for example, of the previous example, see the rating. Okay, in this case, this was the worst case, and our funny food example has 5 as a rating, but even is fine this one, the last one, that is not just a copy and paste, but is right, because in all 3 languages is the same word. So using, in this case, this LLM, we have detected correctly this corner case. Okay, so now let's go on the next step. So we have seen the description. Now try to find the match between description and images. So is the description of the images correct or not? So are matched together. And so we, in this case, we make an elaboration that give a similarity scoring. So how much are similar, what you see in the picture and what is the description. And this example we use open and without copyright images. Okay. For example, this was one case we detect. So here there is a room, but the description was in the city center. So this does not really match the description. In this case was, for example, logo. But there is, in this case, no logo in the images. And so the idea was to scan more cases and say how the result will be. Another image, this look like very good in this case. This is a good case, so the picture is very nice and the description is perfect, aligned with the text. So, and now what we have used in this case, we have used Clip, that is a library that can help you to match the similarity. So you can understand picture and text and give you the same score, let's say, so you can see the match. And the rating is between -1 and +1. And so here is how is the distribution. So let's say again a good quantity plus some problems on one side. And so let's say what was the score in this case? Okay, a very low score for wrong cases, and a better score for also better case. It's interesting that the library does not give the perfect match in this case, but you have the distribution, so you can yourself define from which is okay for you and not. Okay, and so this is what we can do. We can, as I said before, make this over time and to have even trends and see how action can improve the quality. And so we hope that this will help for a culture for quality for Open Data Hub. Okay, What's next? So this tool will be we are in the phase of integrating this tool, creating the possibility to log in and create private dashboard and write no more tests. Okay, this was all. Thank you.